I'm back with another guide on how to attack and defend as Breach, and this time we're on Bind, and we're gonna start over on A. If we're attacking A, there are 4 stuns. The first stun is for lamps, and this is usually done together with a jet dash or a raised satchel. And the second stun will hit the cubby and truck, and this is especially useful if you think the enemy might have an operator, because the truck is one of the most common spots for the operator on Bind. The third stun will hit showers, and this is another stun that is usually done together with a jet dash, raised satchel, or sometimes even a Euro teleport. And the last stun is if you're going showers, you can stun front sight and lamps like this. And the flashes can go through this wall right here. This will flash part of lamps, front sight, truck and tower. Just make sure you flash quite far up on the wall, so if you have a controller that smokes right here, the smoke will not block the flash from hitting tower. You can also flash lamps like this, or if your teammates want to fight backside through the smoke, you can also flash like this, or triple. Or if you think someone's playing outside showers over here, you can also flash like this, which will blind over here and outside showers. And if you're coming through showers, you can flash right here. This will blind over here, front side, here and over here. And the afshot can go into this corner. This will force anyone sitting over here to either go back or swing out here, and it'll also make sure you don't instantly die from front lamps as you're entering the bomb site. You can also afshot right here if you think someone's playing outside showers. This will force them to swing or to go back. If you're in a post plant and you're stuck default, you can stun lamps, outside lamps, or over here as the enemy is retaking. And you can also stun backside and tower. And if we're playing triple, we can pretty much do the same stun, so here, here, and over here. Just make sure you don't die to tower if you're doing this last one and you want to peek with it. Or if you're playing from this little cubby and you have a teammate playing front side lamps, you can stun lamps for them like this. Or you can stun backside like this. And if you're default, the flashes can go through the truck like this, through the wall like this, into lamps like this, or triple like this. And if you're playing triple, you can flash through the box like this, or if the enemy is coming out of lamps, you can also flash through the wall up here. Just make sure you don't team flash anyone with this one. If you're playing in this little cubby here and you have a teammate outside lamps, you can flash lamps for them like this. Just make sure you flash inside lamps and not through the doorway. So if you look at the map, right now we're inside lamps, and right now we're through the doorway. And you can also flash through this box if the enemy is backside, or if they're scaling front side, you can also flash through this box. Just make sure you don't team flash anyone with this one. And the afshot in a post plant can go into lamps like this, front lamps like this, triple like this, or like this, or if you want to delay the enemy from scaling front side, you can afshot like this. If you're attacking B, there are 3 stuns. The first stun is for hookup. The second stun is simply stunning garden, so over here. And the third stun will hit the container and backside, so like this. And this is usually comboed together with the afshot to force anyone inside the container, but also backside to swing. And this is also doable from long. Just make sure you don't die from this spot if you're doing it from over here. And if you're attacking through hookah, you can flash hookah like this. Make sure you flash above the bench, so you flash anyone behind the bench as well. And you can flash backside. Inside the container, make sure you flash on this hand here, so you flash anyone inside the container, but also the cubby area. And if you have no teammates coming through garden and you know someone's standing in this corner, you can also flash this slanted wall right here. And if you're attacking through long, you can flash garden like this, or you can flash up here, backside like this, or the right side of the container on this hand here to flash the container and cubby. If you're attacking through hookah, you can afshot this corner, or if you think the enemy is playing a judge or on this box, you can afshot this box to force them off. And you can also afshot backside, cubby, and garden like this. And if you're attacking through long, you can afshot garden like this, cubby like this, or container and backside like this. If you're in a post plant and you're playing on the bomb site and you have a teammate playing over here, you can stun elbow for them like this. And you can also stun front elbow like this. And you can also stun the exit from B hall onto the bomb site like this. And if you've taken the elbow area, you can do the best stun on bind, which is stunning B hall when the enemy team is retaking. And if you're playing from garden, you can stun front and backside like this, front elbow like this, and the exit from B hall onto the bomb site like this. And if you're playing from hookah, you can stun over here like this, and front elbow like this. And the flashes can go into elbow like this, front elbow like this, or B halls like this. And if you're in elbow, you can flash this corner. You can also flash over here. This allows you time to get your gun out, but it's also a lot more risky. And if you're playing the postman from garden, you can do these same flashes. So elbow, front elbow, but you can also flash up here, and the left side of backside through this box. And if you're playing from hookah, you can do these same flashes. So elbow, front elbow, but also B hall. And the upshot can go through this box to delay the retake. And if you're in hookah, you can upshot like this. And this is pretty rare, but you can listen for the Skydog, Sova Drone, or the Gek Ultimate from elbow. If you're defending A, there are 5 stuns. The first stun is for short. And this is also doable from lamps, but you will not hit close left over here. And this is also doable from truck. The second stun is to catch anyone going lamps, so maybe a jet dashing or raise satcheling. So if you have a teammate playing in lamps over here, you can stun front lamps like this. The third stun is if your teammates want to fight for showers or punish the enemy for taking the orb. So when the enemy taps the orb over here, you can stun like this. And you can also stun like this early if your teammates just want to fight for showers. Stun on before is if you're playing triple and the enemy team is executing A, you can stun at front side like this. You can also stun showers. And the last stun is if you're playing A and you have a teammate playing over here or maybe over here and the enemy team is trying to take hookah, you can stun the tunnels leading into hookah like this. If you want to fight for showers, you can flash this corner. And you can also flash outside. This flash should only be done early round though, so you don't get caught by someone being close. And if you're playing triple and the enemy team is executing, you can flash through this box up here. This way you'll also flash front sight. And if you're over here, you can flash through this box as well, or through this wall. Or if you're not scared about showers, you can also flash this box. And if you're playing lamps, you can flash front lamps like this, or short and front sight like this. And the upshot can go front lamps like this, front sight like this, front lamps like this, or cubby like this. And this is again pretty rare and you have to decide which side you want to gamble on, but you can listen for the Skydog, Sovadon, or the Gek Ultimates from over here and from over here, and you can only do this for a couple of seconds at the start of the round before you risk dying to someone walking up short. And if you're retaking A, there are 2 stuns. The first stun is for lamps and cubby, so you stun like this. And then you have a teammate enter lamps from over here. And the second stun is for triple and bench. And the flash you see in a retake on A can go into lamps, or the triple box. This will flash the bench area and front sight. And you can also flash front lamps. And up here, which will flash this corner, the box, and anyone sitting behind it. Or if your teammates haven't committed past the triple box, you can also flash up here. This will flash the bench area, this corner, the box, and cubby over here. But if your teammates have committed past the triple box, they will be team flashed. And the after retake can go into lamps. And this is very good to combo together with a stun. And you can also go into cubby, or this box. Or if you're coming from here, you can also aftershock this box towards short. Or if you're coming from tower, you can also aftershock the bench area, or triple. If you're defending B, there are 5 stuns. The first stun is for B long, so if you have a teammate playing over here or maybe over here, you can stun like this for them when the enemy team is coming up B long. And the second stun is for hookah, so if the enemy team has taken hookah and they're searching for fights, you can stun like this. The third stun is if the enemy team is executing B, you can stun front sight and garden like this. And this is also doable from over here, but at a slightly different angle. Stun number 4 is if you're playing elbow and the enemy team is executing B, you can stun at this corner and garden like this. And the last stun is if you're playing B and the enemy team is going A through short, you can stun short and front lamps like this. If you have a teammate playing in this corner, you can flash long for them like this. Or if your teammates want to fight B long over here, you can also flash down here. Or if you have a teammate playing in the tunnels over here and they want to fight B short, you can also flash through this wall. And if you're playing on the bomb site, you can flash through this box. Or if you have a teammate playing in elbow, you can also flash right here so they won't be team flashed. And you can also flash garden, or hookah, And if you're stuck in this corner, you can also flash right here. And if you're playing elbow, you can flash hookah like this, and garden like this. If you're playing elbow and the enemy team is executing B, you can aftershock right here to delay the enemy or punish them as they're coming out of garden. And if you're playing from the container, you can aftershock like this to punish anyone jumping out of hookah. And this aftershock is also pretty rare, just like the one on A, but if you're defending B, you can listen for the Skydog, Sovadun or the Kick ultimate from over here or from over here. And if you're retaking B, there are 4 stuns. The first stun will hit this corner, container and elbow. The second stun will hit this corner and hookah. The third stun will hit the container and garden. And you can also angle this towards hookah as well. And the last stun is if you've taken the elbow area, then you can stun the container and this corner. And in a retake, the flashes can go into this corner right here. This will flash this corner and most of the container. And you can also flash up here. This will flash hookah and over here. Or you can flash on the edge of the container, which will flash over here and this corner. And you can also flash hookah. And if you make it all the way out here, you can also flash garden. And the aftershock can go into this cubby here, through the container, or garden. Time for some examples, and we're going to start with the best stun on bind, which is the post-plant B-hole stun, and I'm going to show you this stun multiple times just to really show you how strong this stun can be. And to do this stun, I ask myself 2 questions. Do we have elbow and do I have stun, or do I almost have stun? If the answer is yes, I always go elbow, because the stun almost always wins you the round. And with this setup, you're listening for an indicator that the enemy team is coming up B long, so like footsteps for example, and you can stun on your teammate's call or on your own intuition.
Coming long, coming long, coming long. Nice. One more. Worthless.
And this stun you can do based off of footsteps or jump spotting the container. If you're doing it based off of the footsteps, just don't idle behind the bomb site for too long, because they can silent drop onto the box outside of hookah and then onto the bomb site.
Sure.
And for this next one, just make sure you have a teammate ready to pounce into lamps together with the stun. The stun in this clip is normally used when the enemy team is executing, but you can definitely use it offensively as well on audio cues to try and get a kill. And the follow-up flash that I throw here should also only ever be used if you know that the enemy is all the way back at bench, because otherwise you're at high risk of dying to someone close to jump up.
Short.
Anybody?
I'm gonna kill him. Don't destroy them. I'm killing him.
I know exactly where.
That's it for Bind. Thank you so much again for watching, and if you found this helpful, please leave a comment, like and subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one.